The top left-hand side, our blue Terran player from Exceed Esports. This is Clem. Top right-hand side, our teal Protoss player is GunGFuBanDa. Do I show that series? No, Infestor, because it's not being played yet. I don't know when it's going to be played. Hopefully tomorrow. Wardy has been on TV multiple times. I know. Go me. We need player matchup jingles are the key to this stream taking the next step. Well, actually, our Matcherino page, not for this event, but for the Christmas Invitational that's coming up in the next few days, that tournament actually has a stretch goal where you guys can unlock me introducing players by singing Christmas songs. So, I don't really have any lined up right now, but that is a stretch goal on that match, you know. So, honestly, I mean, I've been trying to do this for years because I think it'd be really funny. Not that I really have any set up, but like stuff like "All I want for Christmas is Clem." You know, introduce players like that. But you know, no one seems to care enough to donate towards it in the last 3 years. So maybe this year, but we're running out of time. That's Christmas Invitational. That happens tomorrow, Wednesday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Wardy, we want the full Santa suit? I don't know where it is, mate. Honestly, I've got no idea. Why would I pay you for it if I just did it for free? Because can you imagine how funny it would be watching me try to figure out a new one for every single player in the rest of the tournament? That was like one time. You know, that was like a sneak preview. You know, why would you pay for the full copy of StarCraft 2 if you get the first campaign for free? Yeah, exactly. Blue and blue, come on, rip colorblinds. They're different races! This one has Terran units and this one has Protoss units! How much more different do you need them to be? Sounds like Wardy just wants to sing carols. Maybe. You might be onto me there. Not sure I want more of those intros. Yeah, me neither. That's actually a thing. I think it'd be fun, but I also think it'd be genuinely embarrassing, so... I have a few lined up, though. I've been thinking about them for a long time, so... I'm race blind? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god. Really? Everyone's saying this now? Oh my god. I need them to look different on the map. See, what you've done wrong here is you're actually trying to watch the game. See, this is where base rate TV just have it all figured out. If you never actually talk about the game, no one actually cares what's happening. And so if you do that, no one actually cares about the colors ever. God, I really fucked up when I started actually talking about StarCraft. Rifkin just had this all figured out so long ago, and here's me, still learning to this day. Phoenix on the Stargate opening is generally a very good way of getting set up nowadays. I mean, it's just one of those openings that is just so good against all of the early aggression we've been seeing out of Terran players. It just puts you in a good spot. It's good against the Cyclones. Slow and steady wins the race. Time for Rad Push race. Might be one of my dumbest... that might be one of my dumbest copy pastas I just loved ever. That's great. I love it. Every time it makes me laugh. Here we go. Wooderman drops into the back of the natural here, and the Phoenix not in position to deal with this right away. Unburrows and reburrows the mine. Feels as though he just wanted to go off. Yeah, that's a lot of probes going down. Shield battery in some trouble as well. Will be killed off, so these Marines having a pretty good time at the moment. Wooderman just chilling out there as we do see probes. Adept Stalker wandering over. Marines will lift up and leave. The Wooderman gets out of there too, and honestly, this is a close by air kind of flight, so... Nice short flight means that they actually get back home safely before the storm, which is made up of a whole bunch of Phoenix lasers, as Medevac will indeed survive. Not a smooth landing, but, I mean, can you complain? You got from one destination to the other. As Medevac's actually been very effective. I mean, the fact he kept all the Marines in the Woodermine alive is really nice for any sort of a follow-up as well. So that's really awesome. Couple more barracks dropping down in the main base. When is WCS being announced? Does anyone know? Yeah, actually, Blizzard just rang up Twitch chat earlier today, and they were just like, hey, I know everyone's really worried about WCS. We'd just like Twitch chat to know that we'll announce WCS on the 17th of December, which is tomorrow. That's what Blizzard said. But they didn't want to tell anyone that actually has anything to do with StarCraft community. They just wanted the Twitch chat to know. See you later, Dark Ones. Thanks for the bit. Thanks for dropping by, as we do see. This has been a pretty successful shutdown from GunGFu, I feel, as Clem's trying to come across the map. The Phoenix on the tank, so although he's lost a lot of his other units, tank will now go down. Oh, that Marine able to get the pick off on the Stalker. As we are going to be seeing Marines continue to get picked off. Nicely done. Get ready to heavy cuts on WCS budget. Why? Because our game's just doing so well that they just don't want to see it succeed anymore. How about we just stop fear-mongering and saying stupid shit that we know nothing about in the chat, and we just wait for Blizzard to announce WCS. That way you don't look like an idiot when they announce it and it's completely normal. And everyone else that you start talking about the topic don't go spreading misguided information. Let's try that one out. Counterattack here from GunGFu. Stalker's coming in. I mean, the Phoenix left the tank. Now they're fighting the Viking. The tank's still alive. It does go down. SCV's pulled from Clem to try and survive here. As we're going to be seeing the Marines and the Marauders pushing those Stalkers away. SCV just going to pull back in towards the Naturals. Again, Marines coming out here. And those Phoenix getting pushed back just a little bit further as well. So Clem holds on. 5 workers behind at the moment, but he is up on 5 racks, so he's looking for a very aggressive follow-up. The only downside I see to what Clem's had so far is he did lose his tanks during these fights because the Phoenix were picking them up, which makes any sort of push without those now a little bit weaker, but if he just goes across with bio and mines, that can still be very effective, and it seems like that is probably the plan for him still at the moment. Going to see those Phoenix coming back over to the right. See bio units from Clem coming out the front and just going to be moving across. Going to find that pylon. That's nice, of course. So there we go from Clem. Actually, a supply block's GunGFu, so that's actually a big supply block. Okay, pylon's about to finish, but that's still not going to give him too much supply to warp in with or anything. He's got a bunch of money to spend. He warps in 3 zealots, and that doesn't quite spend the money he has. So has to wait for further pylons. So Clem pushing over. These Phoenix do see the medevacs here, and Clem sees them as well. Marines actually lifts up a Marine and drops it back down. Good in mind, that's the sort of thing you do want to pick up, though. Those are valuable units that the Phoenix can obviously take out of the fight very quickly and very easily. A couple of Widow Mines burrowing as we do see a Stalker and a Zealot going down and continue to stim over to the right. I mean, this third base looks as though it's probably going to die, considering the Pross has already backed away up in towards the Natural. Widow Mine goes off on one of the Phoenix here as we see the Zealots charging down. More Widow Mines going in. The Phoenix getting taken down as well. Zealots are still in a lot of trouble as they keep on charging forwards. Clem just kiting backwards, as you need to do against a fight like this, or in a fight like this one. It's +1 armor on those Zealots, but the +1 is on the Marines and Marauders as well. And those Zealots are pretty low at the moment. Another wave of mines coming over, and they will continue to blow the Zealots up, although pretty much only on the Zealots, which is a bit of a waste, but I guess it gets away with it. Now Archon morphing in is going to get taken down before it gets a shot off. No, it survives, but he cancels the warp in, and now the Archon goes down before he gets back in range. It's only a few Stalkers left as GunGFu scrambles up to the high ground. Medevac coming over, reinforcing. Feels like Clem has enough. 64 to 60 army supply. He has ×4 the army supply of his opponent there for a moment. He'll play the safe game and work his way through the 3rd Nexus before moving up that ramp, it seems. Maybe waiting for a couple more reinforcements, mines to come off cooldown. All very valuable and valid things to wait for, as we do have that Nexus falling. Oh, Liberator getting caught on its way over. Will just about survive, but obviously very low and very easily targeted now. Mine's getting the good shots on the Zealots again. Suddenly they're low. Suddenly they're very vulnerable. Shield battery is trying to come up, but just not going to be ready to able to finish on time. And GunGFu maybe just lost a little bit. What? Bah, it's gone. Done. Zapped. Executed. It's just the way they did it was pretty bad. Top left-hand side, our red Terran player. This, my friends, is Clem. Bottom right-hand side, our teal Protoss is GunGFuBanDa. The thing is, though, if Blizzard cuts StarCraft, then they have, like, Hearthstone, WoW Arena, and Overwatch for their esports. Like, obviously Overwatch is the big thing, right? Sure, we all understand that. We all get that. That makes sense. But I don't know. It just feels like there's a lot missing then at that point. I feel like StarCraft's doing quite well in terms of esports for Blizzard in comparison to some of the others. Obviously, Hearthstone makes money anyway, so that is fine. But I think StarCraft in general does good, and we've got a loyal fan base anyways, and I don't know. Again, I don't really want to discuss it. I'm pretty sure it's going to be fine. I'm not worried at all. Maybe I should be, but anyways, we'll see. Warcraft 3 Remastered will have a competitive scene. I'm actually really looking forward to Warcraft 3 Reforged. I'm going to start learning to play Warcraft very soon. It's on my list of things to do. It's just obviously December is so hectically busy with all of these tournaments we're doing. It's something that we're going to move towards a little bit later. I'm going to do some Warcraft 3 streams where I start winning. Start winning? Yeah, I'm going to start winning! Or I'm going to start learning the game and stuff. Accept the kill. Imagine if WCS got Overwatch League level funding. Dude, game wouldn't be the same. It'd be insane. It'd be completely different. But, I mean, StarCraft 2 doesn't... StarCraft 2 doesn't... StarCraft 2 doesn't make them that much money, obviously, compared to Overwatch. War 3 viewer games when? When I'm actually good enough to play. I've never played War 3. I'm really excited to learn. I've been watching a ton of streams. I've been watching a ton of guides. I know I should just jump in the game and start, but I've just not been able to. But like at night, I've been like turning on Todd's stream, or I've been like looking up strats or like units and seeing what things do. I've been I'm ready to play. I'm excited. Depth shades up into the main, but gets blocked by the depots. Two Hellions reactoring them as Clem gets set up here on Port Alexander. There's a Depth being chased away at the moment. Out over to the center. We'll be able to shade away in a second. Oh, it's very close, but it does just come down in time. So that is able to come through there. As we have got... Oops, Stalker turns around and pokes that Hellion back towards the upper left-hand side of it. Alright, alright. Meanwhile, this Adept continues down to the bottom right. We do see the Robo Facility on the way up in this main base as well. So Robotics Facility coming down. Blink is being chronoed. And we are going to be seeing a couple of gates being put in on the front of the Natural. Wonder if Blizz will sponsor Warcraft 3 tournaments. Yeah, that'll be kind of cool. What race am I going to play? I didn't really decide yet. I might play Night Elf or Undead is what I'm thinking. I didn't really decide yet. I might try and learn to play a couple, just basically. I don't know. I don't know at all, really. I'm still thinking. Like, I'm still reading up on them all and stuff like that, but I kind of like the way that Night Elf sounds how you play, so... yeah. Hellion drop into the main, then obviously from that reactor, Hellion, you know, seeing the Hellions early should have told GunGFu that this was a very likely possibility. Interesting, Clem doesn't try to dive in towards the main, so backs away, back out into the center. Medevac and a tank on the way up as we see the Observer coming through on the Robo Facility as well. 4 ways of races, imagine the balance wine. Ay, ay, ay. Honestly, I've been getting a lot of balance wine from Todd on Twitter lately. I think he's not quite happy with some of the recent patches in War 3, so... see, that's the great thing for me. I can just pick the strongest race. Feels good, man. Feels great. But what? You know what I'm surprised about is that people in Warcraft 3 don't complain about having to learn 4 matchups instead of 3 like in StarCraft. Like, the StarCraft random players already complain about having to learn more matchups. Imagine War 3. You don't even get a choice. You have to learn all 4. God damn. How is that game ever successful? Tank siege is up. Cyclone and a few Marines come in. You just see those Hellions just getting picked off. Not really in the best position. So this is kind of a big push from Clem, obviously, here. And as he pokes in towards that third, we see the Stalkers and the Sentry. The Zeld as well hanging out the front. A few more Zelds joining as well, as we do see Clem backing away over to the left. So Cyclone Marines, the tank, the Medivacs coming all the way out over to the left side. As you see that Forge dropping down. A second Forge in the main, so just going into double Forge, double upgrades here right away. A few probes coming out, the +1 attack coming in. There's that Engineering Bay with the +1. There's the Stim Pack from Clem. And a couple more Marauders and a couple more Marines still on the way out. Four more gates coming through as we see the 1-1 upgrades still being brought into play. So I mean the upgrades are going to be even, but obviously going to have them a bit faster with those chrono boosts. Clem just moving his third CC out into position as well. So he's just coming over to that third, and not really much happening here. That previous attack from Clem backed away before much was lost. It was just those Hellions that kind of didn't do anything. They were dropped in a bad spot, they got found, and then when they came around, they just kind of ran through an army. Other than that, Clem pushed across, decided he didn't want to be there anymore, so he pulled back, and well, now nothing's really happening. Robobay drops down in the back of this third base. Just getting that Robobay down. A couple of tanks going to siege as we'll see Clem coming out through the center. A few of these Stalkers coming in. Sorry guys, it's not a best of 5, it's a best of 3. They agreed to play best of 3. I'm just in the mode of best of 5, so I put best of 5 on the scoreboard. Apologies. Zelds coming out from this third base here. Mortal and a few Stalkers gathered up as well. Tanks will siege. Stalkers blink back. On the upper side, we see those couple of Zelds running in. They get it over pretty quickly, though. There's Clem still trying to push towards this third base, but there's just so many units here. Like, there's so many Zelds and Stalkers. I just feel like this attack of Clem gets crushed if he tries to really push in. It's a very open area as well, so there's no choking up of those Zealots or anything. Clem on sieges. Oh, this is the moment for GunGFuBanDa to go. The Widow Mines aren't really burrowed just yet. The Zealots are going to get right on top of this here. Widow Mine shots are okay, but he cleans up the tanks, and that's enough for now. No reason to fight into Liberators. Clem will turn and pick up a few Zealots at least at this point. So getting a little bit of damage done. We see a Ghost being added in as well. So Clem already going into Ghost here to help deal with this kind of gateway heavy force. Makes a lot of sense. The EMPs can do a huge amount. As the Stalkers, though, overpowering those Liberators. And Clem is going to be pushed back here. Cyclone locked on. Widow Mine's going off again. Stalkers and Zealots being hit. And Clem will stim to continue chasing forwards. Going to be chased all the way across to the far right-hand side of the map. Stalker goes down. Another lock-on. Doesn't quite find that sentry. Stalkers blink forwards. Unable to get much done there, though. Another scan from Clem as he just looks at that army of GunGFu. I mean, how do you fight this, though? He's gone Ghosts, and now there's Colossus up. Ghosts aren't going to help that much against Colossus. Liberators are going to try and siege, but they kind of siege on the ramp. The Stalkers don't even need to fight into that. The EMP does land on the Stalkers, and they are kind of low as the Colossus, though, getting to work, and the Bio's already taking a lot of damage. Going to get pushed all the way back as this happens, and this Colossus gets chased to a shield battery, which it's healed. The Zealots are charging into the natural expansion, so Clem is losing workers. And now these Stalkers get underneath the Medivacs with a blink forwards as well. Those bio units chased too hard for Colossus that didn't die. Now they're all gone. The Stalkers are able to get the Medivacs, and Clem takes huge amounts of damage here as GunGFu just goes into a fourth base very casually. He's got +2 attack finish, +2 armor about to finish as well. He's going to have an upgrade lead. He's got Colossus versus no Vikings. He's got Disruptors to switch up his splash damage as well. I don't know what Clem does to survive against this now. I actually think Clem might be in some trouble here if those Widow Mines burrowed. GunGFu setting out in the center of the map and will want to keep on pressing forwards here, you'd imagine. Would want to keep on pressing forwards and doing what he can. Let's see, here we go. Colossus coming in. Stalkers taking some shots already. Multiple Widow Mines going down. Fire units loading up another Widow Mine. Gets picked off there. Disruptor shot comes in. Misses the Widow Mine in the ground there. So a little bit of a shame from GunGFu. Missed opportunity. Clem with Zealot in his natural again. Has to turn to deal with them, but loses a Ghost already. That's already expensive. Not good at all. So GunGFu pulls all the way back over to the bottom right-hand side, and it's going to be seeing +3 attack and +3 armor coming in on the forges. I mean, why stop now, says GunGFu, right? I mean, he's got double forge, no reason to stop. Clem never went into 2-2. He never got an armory. I mean, I really think he was just expecting to end the game with his previous attack or 1-2, and obviously started 4 behind, so he's just been spamming units to survive. Clem's been behind for a little while here. GunGFu coming up to the top, and we're going to be seeing a couple of Vikings on the way out from Clem. Too late, perhaps? Well, I like this idea, the kind of the mega drop coming down to the south, but the Observer saw it, so GunGFu's already on his way over. Blink's about to be off cooldown. Those Medivacs are in trouble. Okay, GG. I mean, the game was already looking bad. Now it's looking even worse. As you're going to see Stim being used. I mean, even if these Stalkers go down, he just killed so much. Get this Ghost, blink away. Don't lose any more Stalkers than you need to. And GunGFu has a ton of money in the bank. That's the only thing that's stopping him from being hugely ahead on supply. Plus the fact he's hugely ahead on upgrades. And here you go, Clem. Honestly, pull the SCVs or something. Oh, or just type out GG. That works as well. GunGFu for all the love as well. Of course, if you're looking out there and you're thinking, enjoying the content and all the rest, please hit that follow button. We're only 305 followers away from... only 305 followers away from 35,000. And of course, you can be like Fazik and Twitch Prime sub as well. He's done it for 4 months in a row. If I donate again, will you write my name on your blue balls? Sure, Fazik, I will write your name on a blue ball. Why not? Sure. And you know what? Let's do it. 1 AM here, students, their shoes. Yeah, it's late in Europe, man. It's real late. This has been a long cast. Honestly, with some of the faster series, you think maybe not, but I mean, actually, the first 4 matches today just took a very long time. Blyer Laser was super fast, U-Thermal Bly was super fast, but like, the first 4 matches, like, Cast Marine Lord took 1 hour and 45 minutes or more. Then Marine Lord Goblin wasn't that long, I guess. But then, Mana vs. TLO was long. Mana vs. Hearthstone was, I get not long as well, but it was lengthy. The first 4 series in general just combined took quite a while. As we get this off and away. In game number 3 of the series. Translator building up here to get things started. Nexus dropping down on the other side of the map as well. Getting this off and running for game 3. Alright. It's not even 7 here. Great job, guys. You live in America! You've nailed it! You guys are so clever. Because by starting the day later, you're actually going to finish the day later too, which means you get more time in the day. What? That's crazy. America's just so ahead of the game. You know, we think we got time zones figured out here in Europe. Nah, America's on top of it. You're in Canada? That's kind of America. It's on the continent of America, right? I wasn't completely wrong, Mr. Canadian. Sorry, I answered to no one. Denmark is the best, coming in with the sub. How you doing, Denmark? What's up, buddy? Thank you so much. I will grab a ball and put you on the tree. Canada's kind of America. I mean, it's not kind of the USA, but it is literally in the continent of America. So, I mean, what do you want me to... I mean, I'm not wrong. Wardy, is this game live or cast from replay? Dude, that's not something we talk about on the channel. Ever. because it just starts all sorts of discussions. As far as it matters, this game is played live this evening for our enjoyment. It's never something we can answer. I'm done with it, because it just starts people complaining and bitching and all sorts. So, whether you ask me, I'm just going to say it's live. I'm done just saying anything else. It's not a you thing. It's a chat can't handle if it is a replay thing. You know. Marines gathering up on this ramp. And as we do see them just getting ready to hold there. Looking about halfway done, we see that Banshee and Cloak coming through. Has been very popular in TvP as of late. We'll see if it works for Clem as we get this going. Robotics facility dropping down in the main base. Robo facility about to finish up in the next few moments, so getting that robo finish shortly. You're going to see the siege tank on the way up from Clem as well, so getting ready for a bit of a push. Usually these Cloak Banshees are accompanied by a Marine tank push. The reason for that being, the Banshees coming around to the right-hand side towards the main can pull units out of position, and it allows for the other units here to kind of push elsewhere and to get into location while GunGFu is perhaps very distracted. So let's see what these Banshees can do. As this one comes over the right, getting ready to go. Banshee cloaks up, and we are going to be seeing those probes. It's going to be taking a few shots already. 2, 3 workers going down. Charge on the way up from GunGFuBanDa as we see the Observer. It's just going to be on its way on that robo facility. The charge being chrono boosted here as you see a couple of forges dropping in the main. Ready for those 1-1 upgrades. Observer hangs out on the top right, so Banshee with 3 kills, still has its energy. And we'll just still wait around as here we go. The main push starting to come up through the center. Two tanks, Marines. Yeah, kill on the third base would be brilliant to see that Banshee's going to lurk on by towards the natural. Nothing in position here to defend. Just the Stalkers and that Observer in the main. So GunGFu is like prepared for that first Stalker so well, but first Banshee so well, but the second Banshee really hasn't prepared for all that brilliantly. It's just hanging out in the natural though, not moving forwards. Clem making a mistake. And a tank is going to push up in towards the third base, getting ready to fight this. The Zealots warping in, Probe getting pushed back. The Zealots coming through, but well, let's see what they can do as we see Stalker eats the Widow Mine shot. The tank goes down very quickly. I mean, this army's going to do absolutely nothing, so let's go check in on the Banshees. This Banshee does nothing. And the other Banshee got a couple of kills, but that's about it seems. So, a little bit of damage here, but nothing too crazy. As we are going to be seeing Clem's Banshee shut down. GunGFu. Good defense here in Game 3. Might sound weird, but I like it when the matches aren't live, because then there's no delay, and so Wardy can interact with the chat. But dude, we barely run delay for any of our events anymore. Base Trade started doing it, so I figured I would do it as well. We run no delay for the majority of our live events nowadays. If there's anything run by myself, there's usually 0 delay on the stream. So, yeah. We trust the players, so why not? You know? And they're just small online tournaments. You know, these players that play for no reason, have no reason to realistically risk their careers for smaller online tournaments. Bio coming up to the top as we see those Stalkers and the Immortal hanging out. Marines pushing in. There's a couple of Zealots getting taken down here. Never more about to pop in a few moments. Clem's just going to keep on being aggressive. Building his third CC up in position. 4th and 5th racks is done. So, again, this is a lot of bio that's pushing across the map from Clem, hoping to break GunGFu down. I mean, he was unable to in that last game, but this game, into the Widow Mines nice and quick. Let's see what happens. Stimming forward, you're going to see those Widow Mines burrowed. Oh, that's going to be nice connection. Zealot's taking shots. Sentry at the front takes some damage as well. Next force fields don't really catch much either. The Blink, though, getting a Marauder at least. Coming to the left-hand side, we're going to be seeing a cannon and a shield battery getting going. Bio going to press forwards into this. We see a couple of Zealots continuing to go down. So Zealots dropping pretty quickly. And Widowmine is going to go off on a stalk here, but there's the Blink away, so good micro against it. Those two Immortals just dishing out damage in the background. Clem stims forwards again. The one thing I have to say for GunGFu is he just doesn't have Zealots. I don't understand why he's not reinforcing. He has loads of money. He just hasn't warped in for ages. He's only got 4 gates as warp gates right now. He's got 3 more now. But that's definitely hurting him because he's not able to spend anywhere near as much money as he's banked up. And those missed warping cycles might just cost this for GunGFu because Clem has 30 army supply in advantage at the moment, continuing to press on in. And he's going to get between the third and the natural. That's a dangerous spot because then you have choices where you attack into, and that Protoss army can't be everywhere. It's going to be tough. Bio will stim over to the left-hand side, and again, let's see what happens here. We're going to be seeing an Immortal in the front. Gets tagged up pretty bad right away. Again, Widow Mines pulled back from here by Clem so you can let the Zealots just take that splash without eating any of the damage on friendly fired onto his Marines. A few extra Zealots warping into the top side. The Widow Mines that try to burrow just then get taken down as well. Those Widow Mines in the front then just tank some damage, which is actually kind of nice. Bio stims once more. It just feels like these Stalkers aren't doing anything. There's no attack upgrade on them against these Bio units, which do have an armor upgrade. Plus 2 armor's about to kick in from GunGFu, but maybe just too late, because now it's a 40 supply advantage, and Clem is getting into a better and better and better position. Scan comes down, Observer is killed. And we're going to be seeing Clem just sitting out in the center here. There's a few Stalkers wanting to push on in, perhaps. Liberator is going to be sieging up here. Widow Mines will burrow. Here we go. First force field drops down. Zealot's taking some damage. Zealot's taking quite a lot of damage, actually. Liberator shots obviously very good. The Stalkers should be able to blink for those, but maybe not with this much bio underneath it. It becomes very dangerous. The Zealot's lasting a lot longer now, but the Widow Mines start to go off once again. One Liberator down, the other in trouble, but the Immortal's already fallen. This next Immortal's caught as well. No concussive shells, doesn't seem to matter. The next Immortal on its way down. There was concussive shells, I just saw that wrong. The next Immortal on its way down, though, gets caught too, gets taken down, and Clem is looking to go to that qualifying match against Denver as he rips up this natural expansion, and GunGFu is going to be forced into some sort of a response here soon, but I don't know what he does. He's got a Disruptor in production. I mean, there's the first one popped out now. It gets a good shot. Is that enough? 50 army supply difference would say otherwise, because I mean, these Liberators are zoning units out from the third base, getting back to the natural. It just lets Clem focus on the natural. This Disruptor chased all the way down into the main. This Medevac loads up those units to try and get them out of there. The Medevacs go flying into the main, though. Clem's giving up some of those units. It's a messy one as we see another Disruptor shot. This one will be dodged as the Bio pulls back in plenty of time. Pushing in again, this natural will be once again found truly under fire, and this time it's the Nexus that will fall. The unit's trying to push forwards over here, but the Liberators and the Mind doing a great job of holding the spot. Now he's going to turn the Liberators to the natural as he pushes up into the third base instead, so changing up directions, just looking for those Nexus kills. I mean, here we go. The Stalkers are going to come in from the right. There's going to be a bit of a surround. Dodges the Disruptor for now. It just wasn't really in range to begin with. More Liberators reinforcing. Clem has a bit too much. Gratz is cold, and Clem takes